Imagine this: a group of college students was asked to write about their ideal future selves in vivid detail. They described where they'd live, what they'd achieve, and how they'd feel. Years later, researchers followed up and discovered something remarkable: those who articulated their goals clearly were significantly more likely to achieve them. This isn't just a coincidence, it's the power of intentionality and structured action. Today, we'll explore 7 transformative principles inspired by Jordan Peterson that can help you design a fulfilling, purpose-driven life. Stick around until the end because the last principle is my favorite, and it's a true game changer. Point 1. Define your ideal future. The first step in creating the life you truly want is to define your ideal future. Jordan Peterson asks a profound question: who could you be if you were everything you could possibly imagine? Think of your future self as an architect designing a dream home. Without a clear blueprint, the final product will be disorganized and unstable. Writing down your goals works the same way: it provides clarity and direction. Studies have shown that people who write their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Why? Because writing transforms vague dreams into tangible targets. So, grab a pen and paper and ask yourself, what does my best future look like? What steps can I take today to move closer to it? Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Tony Robbins. Point 2. Take responsibility. Jordan Peterson's advice, clean your room, isn't just about tidiness, it's a metaphor for taking responsibility. When you take control of your environment, your habits, and your decisions, you empower yourself to tackle bigger challenges. Imagine your life as a garden. If you neglect it, weeds will take over. But if you nurture it, it can blossom into something beautiful. By owning your actions, big and small, you can shape the outcomes you desire. Start with what's within reach. Whether it's organizing your workspace, prioritizing tasks, or managing your time better, every small victory builds discipline and self-confidence. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's the key to freedom and growth. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. Jim Rohn. Point 3. Face your fears. Fear often feels like a stop sign, but what if it's actually a guidepost? Jordan Peterson teaches that confronting what you fear most can lead to profound personal growth. For instance, if public speaking makes your palms sweat, don't avoid it, lean into it. Start by practicing alone, then speak to a small group, and gradually work your way up. With each step, you'll discover that fear diminishes and confidence grows. Think of fear as a dragon guarding treasure. To claim the reward, you must first face the challenge. Overcoming fear builds courage, resilience, and the ability to handle life's uncertainties. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain. Point 4. Pursue meaning, not happiness. Happiness is wonderful but fleeting. Jordan Peterson encourages us to seek meaning instead, a deeper, more enduring sense of fulfillment. A meaningful life often involves responsibility, sacrifice, and hard work. It might mean helping others, creating something valuable, or dedicating yourself to a cause. These pursuits may not always make you happy in the moment, but they enrich your life in ways that simple pleasures cannot. For example, consider a parent staying up all night to care for a sick child. It's exhausting, but it's also deeply meaningful. When you prioritize meaning over short-term gratification, you build a life that's both rewarding and purposeful. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Point 5. Learn to articulate yourself. Communication is one of the most powerful skills you can master. Peterson emphasizes that being articulate allows you to express your ideas clearly, influence others, and advocate for yourself. Imagine being in a room full of opportunities but unable to explain your vision. That's what poor communication does, it limits you. Practice speaking and writing daily. Join public speaking groups, engage in debates, or simply have meaningful conversations. As your ability to articulate improves, so will your confidence and influence. Words are tools, the better you wield them, the more you can shape your reality. Words are, in my not-so-humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic. J.K. Rowling. Point 6. Surround yourself with the right people. The people you spend the most time with influence your mindset, habits, and success. Jordan Peterson warns, if you surround yourself with people who are not aiming up, they will pull you down. Look for friends and mentors who inspire, challenge, and uplift you. These are the people who will hold you accountable and celebrate your growth. Conversely, distancing yourself from toxic influences can free up space for healthier relationships. Remember, relationships are like mirrors, they reflect your values and ambitions. Choose wisely. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn. Point 7. Keep moving forward, my favorite. Finally, my favorite principle, keep moving forward. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable, but progress is what matters most. Peterson reminds us, perhaps happiness is always to be found in the journey uphill, and not in the fleeting sense of satisfaction awaiting at the next peak. When challenges arise, break them down into manageable steps. Focus on what you can do today, no matter how small. Progress, even if slow, builds momentum, and before you know it, you'll look back and see how far you've come. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. These 7 principles, defining your future, taking responsibility, facing your fears, pursuing meaning, articulating yourself, surrounding yourself with the right people, and moving forward, are your roadmap to a fulfilling life. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker.